Hey, good evening, everybody. Yes, I know it's been a long time since I've posted. We have a specific purpose for posting this video. So, Jen and I have been, if you'll remember my vlogs when we sold the home a year ago, I talked to you about why we were moving to Texas. Jen and I, if you recall, and I realize there's going to be people watching this that probably haven't watched a single one of our videos in the past, so you may be a little lost, but I'll try to make it, put it in a nutshell. We had some property. We had about 3,420 square meters, I believe. Please don't quote me to any numbers because I'm going off the top of my head. But we had about 3,420 square meters of land, Cuyopo Nueva Ecija, which is in central Luzon. And if you ever get a chance, you'll see vlogs of us building a home there and making a home there. I retired in 2020 from several things, and Jen and I married, and I moved to the Philippines. And then the rest kind of is history, you could say. But at some point, we realized that we needed to do something to help out Genesis. He still wants to go into the Air Force. We've actually also started looking into the academy, Air Force Academy. I don't know if he can get into it. It's really hard to get into the academy, but he's doing well enough grade-wise, and this school has a reputation for getting some kids into the academy in the past. So, why not? Worst case scenario, he doesn't get in, and he goes in enlisted, which is, that was my route. So I certainly support that. That's going to happen pretty quickly. His junior year, he'll be doing the ASVAB. If he wants to go ahead and do a delayed enlistment, he can. So there's some things that are going to be happening very quickly for him in that arena. Jen and I decided when we sold the home, we split our property. We wanted to hang on to it because the plan all along was for me to move there and live there, live the rest of my days out where my wife is from. So what we did when we decided to not try to hang on to a home, it's a pretty decent sized home with it requires some upkeep. Homes, you can't just leave homes vacant and they deteriorate. So we weren't sure. We knew airfare was going through the roof, and we didn't know when we'd be able to get back or how often we'd be able to get back. We knew Genesis had about 3 years of school to do, 3.5 years of school. And along the way, we had Benjamin and William. He's my 20-month-old little boy. He was born in the Philippines. He's got both his Philippine and U.S. passport. And then along came Ricky Bobby. And no, he wasn't named because of the movie Talladega Nights. I get that so often. He was named because my name is Ricky and my dad's name is Bobby. And to honor my father, I chose to name him Ricky Bobby. And he came along 6 months ago. He was born here. And we've already got his U.S. passport, and Jen's going to work on the Philippine side once she gets back there this summer to visit. Nobody there has actually seen Ricky Bobby outside of pictures and videos. So they're going to go and visit. Because of the cost of airfare and the fact that we now have a home and we've made a home here, I can't just leave it all for 2 months. So I'm going to stick around, try to do some things to, we haven't been in the home that long, but we're trying to make some improvements. And I'm just going to stick around and do that. And me and Anya, our British Labrador from the Philippines, she is super happy. She's super happy of her new backyard. Her and I are going to hang out here. So back to the property. So we split the property, and we did it all, the proper way. We've got clear title for the house and the property that went along with it, and the property that we split from our original property. We've got clear title to that as well. So we've been talking all this time about the future, and Jen and I pretty much come to the conclusion because basically the two boys that we now have and their futures, their education, their opportunity is brighter here. And so we neither one of us see us going back to the Philippines full time. And we saved that other piece of property in hopes of building on it one day and moving back. But we both are thinking that may not happen, and it doesn't make sense really just to hang on to it. Anyway, so what we've decided to do is go ahead and sell our existing remaining property. That property is 1,148 square meters. That's the size of the property. It's a decent sized property. If you've looked at any of our vlogs on the house, the drone shots that I do from the back, looking at the property and the house and all the property directly behind it was sold to a couple from Ohio, and they're in that home, and they've made that their home. So that, and if you look to the right of the wall, there's a kind of a triangular piece of property. It has a huge Carabao mango tree over in the far corner. That's our remaining property. It's kind of a triangular shape. It's a good sized property. It already has a well. I dug a second deep well. I dug one on the property that has the house, and I dug one on the property beside it. So it currently has a deep well. It is about 98% fenced. We had a section that's not between the two properties. But it is almost completely fenced. It is the same type of build that we did on the home that we sold. It's a terraced rice field, which means the road is up at the front is the highest part, and then it goes down to a pond and also a natural spring and creek at the bottom of the property that the house was sitting on. So you would need to build a retaining wall, and then backfill to be able to build your home. And of course that would be the best way to do it. You still have plenty of property. Let's say you built 160 square meter home, even if you just did a bungalow. So it's still a lot of property. If you did if you went up with your home, you have even more. But plenty of room to plant fruit trees, have a garden, build a pool, a home, whatever you want to do. It's a beautiful piece of property. It has the same view that the original home had, and it's on a brand new road, concrete road. That's really nice. It has power right there at the road. Of course, we went solar with the house and had the power as backup along with battery. You do have city water. You can connect into it the road, but like I said, it has a deep well. The water in the deep well is it's phenomenal. It's great water. You can decide if you want to put a filtration system on it or not. Not really necessary. I had the water tested. They told me it was even cleaner than what you'll buy at a refilling station. We did go ahead and put a filtration system on it just because it is an agricultural area. We just wanted to make sure that that nothing seeped down into that deep water and became a problem. So we went ahead and did that, and it didn't hurt to back it up with that. I think I changed the filters on that system once every 6 months, and then they had a large FMP tank that you had to backwash once a week. Clear title, easy to transfer. Will be super easy to build. You'll have no problem getting materials to and from your private. I hear nightmare stories of people building homes, and just getting materials to where they're building is such a challenge. It's amazing how difficult it can be sometimes, but no problem with this home because, like I said, it's on a brand new concrete road. The area that it's in is absolutely beautiful. It's got multiple extinct volcanoes around it. It's got the Sierra Madres off in the distance, which are a lifesaver when there's a typhoon coming from the Pacific. that mountain range pretty much knocks it down to a tolerable level. The area is picking up because that we kind of did our vlog there for a couple of years, and I think that really did help to expose that area to expatriates and overseas foreign workers. It's just a great area. You are, of course, we had a car. I think you pretty much, if you're a foreigner, you're going to want one. So you can get around. We were 10 minutes from Cuyapo, which is the town municipality. There's a 7-day-a-week market, and really most of what you need you can get there. If you want to go into a bigger community, go to an SM mall, because I know my wife loves to go to malls. The closest one is to our home was Rosales, and it wasn't but a 15 to 20 minute drive down a highway that had absolutely no traffic, an occasional scooter or tricycle, and that's about it. And right into Rosales. So we were very close to a mall. Panicky Tarlac is maybe 30 minutes away. Tarlac City, Tarlac is about 45 minutes away. We were an hour and 15 minutes by toll road. Toll roads are a great way to travel there. Hour and 15 minutes from SNR, which is kind of like a Sam's Club or a Costco, which is in Angeles, or actually Dau, but that's kind of part of the Angeles area. Hour and 15 minutes from Clark International Airport, which we flew in and out of, when we traveled. Nice to have Clark International. So easy to get to. Right off, you just, we were maybe 15, 20 minutes to the toll road from our house, and toll road straight to the airport, or also Clark Air Base. The old Clark Air Base is there, and Angeles, SM and Angeles, all that's there. Really nice SM Mall in Angeles. Oh, actually, it's called Clark, SM Clark. It's all right there together. So, and as far as Manila goes, we're about 3 hours by toll road to Manila, to MOA, to Naiya, the airport. And if you've ever heard of Baguio, I don't know how familiar you guys that are watching are with Philippines, but Baguio's kind of what they call the summer capital, because it's up in the Cordillera mountain range, and it's really cool. It's good. It's very comfortable temperature-wise. Nights in the 50s, days in the 70s. We were only an hour and 15 minutes from Baguio, so we went fairly frequently. We'd go up there and buy coffee beans. Great coffee beans at Garcia's. So yeah, we were in a great spot. Now, if all we had was a scooter or a tricycle, we wouldn't have been able to get around quite as easily. But definitely enjoyed having the pickup truck. Was able to use Navy Federal Credit Union to purchase it. Yes, overseas. As a matter of fact, I got a vlog in there somewhere on our channel about that. So it was a good life. It just, circumstances, things happen, things change. And so we've decided to come and make Texas our home. And we're ready to sell the remainder, the last piece of our property. Again, 1,148 square meters. And we're asking, $27,500. I don't know if you've tried to buy land here in the U.S. lately, but this little tiny lot we're sitting on, that our house is sitting on out in Bullard, Texas, in the country, just a fraction of the size of the property we're selling back in Cuyapo. This lot ran for $45,000 just for the lot. Nuts, absolutely nuts. So a bargain by any means, considering there's power there. Though there's also internet there at the highway. We had Starlink because when we built our home, we first had to do a local internet provider by microwave dish, seeing something internet, and it was, it was agonizingly slow, especially if you're vlogging and you're trying to upload vlogs, and It sometimes could take all night to upload a vlog. So I did buy Starlink, which is all over the Philippines, and that was like night and day for us. So Starlink was awesome. But they eventually came in, I believe, they had the poles up anyway. I'm assuming they've run the fiber by now, but there's another company, I can't think of the name of it. The pole set right out in front of our house, so you should have no problem getting internet as well. So good deep well water, power's available. If you want to do solar, you got plenty of sun, and just a beautiful area. If you're interested, this is something actually we can make happen very quickly. We sold the home and our home, and also transferred everything very fast. We have people there that help us with that, and there's a fee involved on both sides, us selling it and them and someone buying it. But they really know what they're doing, and they know how to get things pushed through, because sometimes it's a slow process in the Philippines, and you don't have somebody advocating for you. A lot of times that just doesn't get around to getting done. So you would have title, I would say maximum 3 months, maximum title with your well, of course it's going to be your Filipino spouses. Now I'm on the title, it says Jenna Lynn Baker, married to Ricky Baker, but legally the property belongs to the Filipino. And if you build a home, then that's community property, but the property itself, the land it sits on, cannot belong to a foreigner. Yeah. So that's be a very quick process. Jen and like I said, Jen and the boys are going to be visiting. If someone wants it, we can make that all happen very, very quickly. So it's just easier her being there. Now when we sold the home, we were not there. We did it from here, and even though it really wasn't so difficult, it just we had to jump through some hoops, and we had to spend some money to get things to and from, because there's timelines involved with paying capital gains taxes and things like that. So yeah, that's very doable. So if you're interested at all, just message us. There's an email address on our our YouTube page. You can email and it'll go to Jen. Of course, she'll forward it to me. Or you can message right along with the vlog once she gets it uploaded. So, yeah, if you're looking for a great place that, I see and hear all kinds of nightmare stories about people buying land in the Philippines, and it's scary what people, no fault of their own, what they get caught up in. And there's always somebody out there looking to take your money. It's just the way it is. But you got to be smart about it. And I think it's smart to do business with another, if you're a foreigner, doing business with another foreigner, I think it's a good thing. It's when you get into these land developments and things in the Philippines, you got to do a lot of research to find out if it's even legit, because there's some shady. We ran into that in Balanga City when we first started looking for land, and we ran into it in other places too. And every time we found a piece of property we liked, it just turned out to be bogus. And had we given them money or anything like that, it would have just been, sheets to the wind. The property we ended up buying, everything went really smoothly, other than the seller not paying their capital gains tax, which I ended up taking care of. But that's not going to happen with me. I'm going to do everything right. I'm going to do everything legally. And everything's going to be up and squared away, and you'll have a nice piece of property that you can build on. Once you get your title, no problem. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I guess that's all I got to say. 23 minutes, not bad for me. Imagine if I had updated you on the family. God, that would have been even longer. All right. Peace out. Y'all take care. The good. the bad. The Philippines.